Greetings, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We are actually here once again. Snoop Dogg is actually performing at the inauguration, child. Listen here. I mean, the people are up in arms about, his sudden change and things like that. And Nelly also has come out as well. Snoop Dogg shocks fans by revealing surprising support for President Trump. Join us in this video as we report on the arrest of rapper Nelly, at a St. Louis casino where he was detained due to an active warrant for a long standing traffic charge. The Missouri State Highway Patrol revealed that during the arrest, Nelly was found with four pills believed to be ecstasy. We also examined the recent reunion of Snoop Dogg and his wife Shantae, which has reignited discussions about his past infidelities following her Pignet social media message. Stay informed with our comprehensive coverage of these notable incidents in the entertainment world. Now, child, the people have been sending me documents. They said, well, listen here, do you think that maybe Nelly is out here at the inauguration because he needed the money because he was having financial issues? Well, I said, you know what? Well, I do kind of remember something about the Saint Lunatics. They had a lawsuit against Nelly. The members they had wanted to go ahead and go to court. Uh-huh. And to be honest, this is really let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to bring up this article right here. This is actually Nelly, and this was actually updated about 24 hours ago. Well, no, hold on. Yeah, 24 hours ago. Shout out to HNH. Nelly returns fire against St. Lunatics Ali with new motion and country grammar lawsuit. Okay. What did I just say? I mean, did the check clear or not, honey? Seems like the check cleared allegedly. Now, I'm not saying anything. All this is fair use commentary. This is just, in my mind. All right, so let's get into this article. Nelly is taking an assertive stance in his legal battle with former Saint Lunatics bandmate Ali Jones, fighting back against a lawsuit that claims co-ownership of some of his most iconic tracks. The rapper born Cornell Haynes Jr. has filed a motion for sanctions, accusing Ali of bringing a case that is both outdated and legally flawed. Ali, who rose to fame alongside Nelly in the early 2000s, filed the lawsuit in September of 2024, alleging he is owed royalties and credit for his hits like Country Grammar and Batter Up. Okay. Now, I want to say this. When it comes to group members, when it comes to bandmates, it can be a little sticky. I must admit, it can be a little sticky, you guys. And to say the least, do I believe that they all had an agreement? Do I believe that, um, things kind of went off track with the group? And when we talk about Nelly, who we already know was a superstar, because he rose to fame, and kind of the other guys, I wasn't really checking for them because, Nelly had come out, he had the grill, he had the body, he's lighter skin. Let's just be honest, because when we are talking about the industry, lighter skin, they're kind of admired a little bit more. And the reason why I say that is because of Danny Lay, and she made a whole song about it. So we can't sit up here and act like that doesn't play a part in some people's success in this industry. Okay. Okay. Like I said, he has a nice body. Now, Mo's legal team argues that Ali's claims are not only unfounded, but also time barred. They highlight a 2021 letter from Nelly's attorneys, which explicitly rejected Ali's ownership claims under copyright law. This letter is set off a 3-year statute of limitations, making Ali's 2024 filing too late. Nelly's lawyers contend that Ali deliberately excluded the 2021 letter. His amended complaint called it an international effort to skirt legal deadlines. Plaintiff's counsel and plaintiff have engaged in sanctionable conduct by omitting the dates of the express repudiation. Repu, repu, repudiation. Okay, get into it. Mo's attorney stated in court's filings. Now, work this. Beyond the royalties dispute, Ali also accuses Nelly of copyright infringement and unjust enrichment. However, Nelly's defense team maintains that these allegations are equally baseless. If Ali were considered a co-owner of the copyright law prevents co-owners from suing each other for infringement. Additionally, the unjust enrichment claim, according to Nelly's attorneys, is a preempt by federal copyright law and therefore irrelevant. Most lawyers are now pushing for the court to dismiss the case and impose sanctions on Ali and his legal team. They've asked for Ali to cover Nelly's legal fees, describing the lawsuit as objectively frivolous. In their motion, they assert that even minimal legal research would have revealed the claims were invalid. Country Grammar turns 25 in June. He will perform an anniversary set at his year's Stagecoach Festival. Now, listen here, get into it. What Nelly is saying is, honey, it's frivolous. You can run back to the drawing board and try to come up with another scheme because this right here is frivolous. Okay. Now, what I say to it is, Nelly is in a better financial situation. And I'm not saying it's because he is working with the inauguration with President Trump, because, like I said, Nelly was not too long ago arrested in St. Louis at that casino and they found 4 things up on him, you know? Uh huh. Hey, Norris Tony, how are you doing, honey? Good to see you. That's my brother Norris Tony in Christ. Yes, it's always good to see him. Oh yes, oh yes. How you doing? Okay. We're here giving you the hot topics and the tea. All right, now let's mosey on over here, honey. Where are we going next? Well, listen here. This is where we're going. And shout out to our friends over at It's On Site. Okay. Shout out to our friends over at It's On Site. They are definitely. Oh my goodness, Norris will be 40 tomorrow, January the 21st. And that makes you what, an Aquarius? Oh my God. Is it Aquarius season? I love an Aquarius. Okay. Y'all give it up for Norris Tony. Give him a happy birthday. If you are not too shy to drop off out the clouds, wish Norris Tony a happy birthday. Forte. Okay. This is really big. This is the big 40. Okay. Yes, Aquarius season. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. And listen here. Happy birthday from me to you. I pray that this season for you is nothing but greatness, a lot of success, a lot of love, a lot of joy, and a lot of laughter. A lot of laughter. and you just experiencing you, you know, this season, you experience you and the things that you love. I really love you and I really appreciate you. All right. Shout out to our friends over at It's on Sites. A Queens, New York woman late on her rent and trying to dodge her landlord was arrested and charged with his unalivement. Sandra Coto Navarro, 48, has been arrested for the unalivement of her 55-year-old building superintendent, Jose Portillo. New York Post New York Post reports the incident occurred when Portillo visited Coto Navarro's Cool Gardens apartment to collect approximately $24,000 in unpaid rent. According to Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz, Coto Navarro allegedly attacked Portillo with a pipe, resulting in multiple blunt force injuries. After the assault, she attempted to dismember his body before concealing it in garbage bags under her bed. The medical examiner confirmed that Portillo, unalive from mechanical asphyxia with a post-mortem injuries indicating an attempt to dismember the body. When Portillo failed to return from collecting the rent, his colleagues became concerned and contacted the authorities. Upon visiting Coto Navarro's apartment, police detected a strong odor of bleach and discovered Portillo's body wrapped in garbage bags under a bed. Initially, Coto Navarro claimed that Portillo had left after receiving a partial payment, but surveillance footage contradicted her statement, showing that he never exited the apartment. Coto Navarro has been charged with second-degree unalivenment, tampering with physical evidence, and criminal possessions of a arm. If convicted, she faces up to 25 years to life in prison. She was arraigned and is currently being held without bond. Let's get into the story.
8-year-old Sandra Cota Navarro, wearing handcuffs around her wrists and a smirk on her face after being charged with murdering her building superintendent. At 4 feet 5 inches tall, she is small in stature, but investigators say what she lacked in size, she made up for with a violent rage. What happened? Investigators say it was over $24,000 in overdue rent. She and her husband hadn't paid in 2 years. Neighbors at their apartment in Kew Gardens Hills tonight, stunned by the allegations.
She was always sweet, honestly. She was always very sweet. I'm just a little surprised by this whole thing.
Cops say Navarro hit her superintendent in the face and head with a blunt object, then stabbed him in the neck and the back of his left knee. Investigators originally thought the husband was somehow involved because the super is a pretty large man, and given how small she is, they didn't think she could have done this by herself. But surveillance video shows her husband was at work all day Tuesday. When police arrived that night, the couple answered the door. The husband then alerted police there was a body under the bed in the bedroom. That's where they found 55-year-old Jose Rene Portillo's body, wrapped in 2 garbage bags. His employer had sent him to collect the overdue rent. When he didn't hear from him all day, he called cops for a welfare check. Portillo was beloved by residents in the complex.
Nicest guy in the world.
Him, like,
yeah, always down to talk and have a conversation and help out.
He's absolutely very nice guy. He was always helping everyone. He was always on the street, going and coming back the whole day. You see him over here. Everybody know him. And whenever we need him, we ask him, and he always help everyone, whatever they need.
In Kew Gardens Hills, Stefan Kim, Channel 7.
What did you do?
48-year-old Sandra
You know
Cota.
what? I totally agree as well. She does need to be locked up under the jail. And look, she has like this smirk on her face. Like there is no regret. There is no emotion there. It's like, oh, well, I did it. And then see, this is what bothers me. Her husband was there and he had no idea. Now, I don't know what to say on that, right? She's got bleach, she's got the cleaning, you know that you were behind on rent. When did he come and collect? Those would be the questions. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I'm not buying it, but she knows she was wrong. I mean, you were behind on the rent. What's the worst thing that could happen? Girl, pack up your stuff, get a U-Haul or whatever you got to do, and just pack up and figure out something else. But you didn't took this man's life away from him because you couldn't maintain and pay your bills. What a sad, sorry individual. And I don't think that she should be able to see the day of life. I mean, that man was just simply doing what he was paid to do. And like they said, the community, they, if you was a butthole, whether if you were taken up out of here or not, the community is going to sound off. The community said he was a great guy. He helped. If there was anything that you could, you needed, he was willing to help. And it seemed like they were willing to help because y'all were $24,000 behind, you know? So prayers up to that individual's family. Norris Tony says she needs to be under the jail. I truly agree with that. She needs to be locked up and throw away the key. Okay. Get her out of here. Oops. All right, we got another story, child. I was about to get up into the comments, but child, I guess this story needs to be told. 340-pound foster mom sentenced to 6 years for sitting on 10-year-old foster son, crushing him to death as a punishment. Y'all get up into this. Oh, shout out to our friends that is on site. Um, in a tragic case that has shocked the community, Jennifer Lee Wilson, a 48-year-old foster mom from Valparaiso, Indiana, has been sentenced to 6 years in prison for the reckless homicide of her 10-year-old foster son, Dakota Levi Stevens. The sentence, in which includes 1 year suspended to probation, was handed down on Friday, January the 17th, 2025. A news outlet reports. The incident occurred in April 2024 when Wilson, weighing approximately 340 pounds, admitted to lying on top of Dakota, who weighed 90 pounds, for about 5 minutes as a form of punishment for acting bad. This maniacal action led to Dakota's death from mechanical asphyxia. Asphyxia. Authorities revealed that shortly before the fatal incident, Dakota had sought help from a neighbor, pleading for them to adopt him due to mistreatment at home. Despite his pleas, he was returned to Wilson's care, where the fatal punishment ensued. Following Dakota's death, Wilson fled to Michigan, where she was apprehended in July 2024 after a license plate reader detected her vehicle. Logan Mills, Dakota's cousin, commented, "While no sentence can bring back Dakota, we are satisfied that justice is being served." Well, listen here. Didn't they give Miss Navarro, they're saying that she's gonna get 25 years to life, and that was a whole adult that went out and was doing his job on the job site. So you're telling me that this woman is only gonna get 6 years, and this is a child. This woman sat up here and laid her big fat heavy tail up on him as a form of punishment. Baby, I hope somebody lays some, you know what? Let's just hope that she gets justice. She gets her karma. Um, when it's due. Let's get into the comments. Someone says, who even thinks to do something like that? Let her starve. Someone says, I might get flagged for my comments, so I'll keep it light. Jennifer Bigtail need more time. 6 years, why not life in prison? She unalived a damn kid. Shaking my head. Those are my thoughts as well. A baby comes begging for your help and you send him back? Someone says, what the F? I hope someone sit on her in prison and do the same thing. Get into it. 6 years. That's all. That's what I was saying. 6 years. Wait, did I read that correctly? This is my thing. This is a child. So you telling me that a child's life isn't worth nothing? So you telling me that this innocent child's life, who was dependent on the foster system to help him be a better person, this was supposed to give him a better life, a better chance at a safe environment, a safe home. Who was doing her evaluation? See, now I'm thinking, does these are these foster parents getting mental evaluations? Is a psychiatrist coming in? Now it's starting to make me feel uncomfortable. I'm starting to feel uncomfortable when you talk about the system failing our babies. Whether they white, black, I don't give a damn. Though kids are kids. Okay. Let's get into our next article from Gay Magazine. Coretta Scott King reminds why Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. advocated for LGBTQ plus rights. Okay.
I have been an outspoken supporter of civil and human rights for gay and lesbian people. I've always felt that homophobic attitudes and policies were unjust and unworthy of a free society and must be opposed by all Americans who believe in democracy. I still hear people say that I should not be talking about the rights of lesbian and gay people, and I should stick to the issue of racial justice. But I hasten to remind them that Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." For many years now, I have been an
You know what? Shout out to Miss Coretta Scott King. Well said. Well put.
outspoken supporter.
Let's give her a moment of silence. God bless me. All right. Thank you, beautiful soul, for what you did here on earth and as you are doing in the spirit world. Thank you. Gratitude. And happy birthday to Dr. Martin Luther King on today. All right. All right. Let's get up into some of these comments and see what they have to say. Someone says, but they don't remember that part of the dream. Lord, tell them, Coretta. Bayard Rustin was everything. I don't know. My allergies are tripping out right now. I pray that we get back on track, but we must stand together and work together like they did in the past. Mr. Rustin is the is the reason for freedom writers. The march I had a dream to even happen was because of him. Go watch the movie Rustin on Netflix. Yeah, y'all go afar. I'm just glad that we let it be known that Rustin was the man, in fact, behind all the movements of that era. Get into it, get into it, get into it.
Everybody stop what you're doing right now.
All right, here we go. Okay, so so shout out to our friends over at the Jasmine brand. Detroit promoter slams rapper boss man D-Lo for missing his set, calls him a dope fiend, and demands $75,000 refund. Let's get into it.
Thing I hate is a man who can't own up to his shit. Bro, you a dope fiend, bro. First of all, you drove from Florida, my nigga, to Detroit. Nigga, you been in Detroit, nigga. You in your room, dope fiend out, nigga. We keep calling you, nigga. You keep talking about you gonna be there in 30 minutes, nigga. 30 minutes went past, nigga, a whole hour. Nigga, you missed your whole set. That's when everybody was just sitting there while the DJ was playing a whole hour and everybody just waiting on you, nigga. Then you pop up, nigga, when Glorilla on, nigga. You can't go after Glorilla, nigga. That's in the contract. You missed your set, nigga. You ain't on business, nigga. Because you a dope fiend, nigga. Then you go drive up, nigga. Drive up, nigga, when Glorilla on that, nigga. The time we got to be out of Little Caesar Arena at 11 o'clock, nigga. You missed your set, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Don't blame that on the promoters, you weak ass. Detroit, man, we got to stop letting these rappers play in our face, man. They got to respect the city. You know they charge Detroit the most than they charge anybody, any state, bro. They charge Detroit the most, bro. Then they come play with in our face, bro. Like we something to play with, bro. They don't respect us, bro. That's the same shit we went through with Kodak Black when we threw the Future concert, bro. When he showed up later, missed his set, bro. Like, bro, like we gotta quit letting these rappers play in our face, bro. They charge Detroit the most. Oh yeah, my nigga. We need that front end back, nigga. Send that front end, my nigga. We need that front end back, nigga. We need that 75,000, nigga. Send that front end, nigga. You missed your set, nigga. You didn't perform. We need that money back, my nigga. Send that ASAP, my nigga. Send that ASAP, my nigga. ASAP.
Well, listen here, child. Boss man D-Lo says, I drove 26 hours to get to Detroit. No stuffy and ish. Why the F would I not perform? Ask yourself that. I'm literally in Detroit right now. Been here, y'all. Blame the promoter for why I ain't come, not me. So, child. I mean, if you're getting $75,000, why are you driving? Baby, you should have been on a flight. You should have been on a flight, bro. That's all I'm saying.
One thing I hate is a man who can't own up to his shit. Bro, you a dope fiend, bro. First of all, you drove from Florida, my nigga, to Detroit.
Okay, so there you have it. Let's get into some of these comments. Shout out to our friend at the Jasmine brand. Boss man D-Lo is under fire after missing his set at the big show on January the 19th at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. The event presented by 97.9 WJLB was meant to feature Glorilla, Sexy Red, and Boss Man. However, the Florida native was missing. His absence didn't go unnoticed with the promoter at Never Stop Grinding Entertainment, making it clear to everyone. In a recent video posted to his Instagram story, the promoter accused Bossman of arriving over an hour late and claimed that he was in his room being a dope fiend during the concert. The promoter also demanded that Bossman return the $75,000 booking fee. Bossman D-Lo addressed the claims on his Instagram story earlier today, January the 20th, writing, I'm literally in Detroit right now. Been here. Y'all blame the promoter for why I ain't come, not men. The drive was longer than someone says the drive was longer than his set time. As a promoter, the video could have been a tad bit more professional, my Igga. Big Za. I believe the promoter. Take him to court. Man, look, Detroit ain't nothing to F with. If you know, you know. I'm on the promoter side with this particular one. See, I'm on the promoter side as well because why? If you've got $75,000, you're driving. If I got $75,000, I'm not driving. Baby, I want a black car. Okay. I want a black car. Yes. If you say my Igga one more time, damn. Okay, sir. Igga got to Detroit by steamboat. Bro went on an excursion, child. Bro put his glasses on and lit the blunt for his moment of fame. 26 hours? What the F did he drive from? Oh, he says, where the F did he drive from? To 30 minutes. Woo, child. Listen, that was a lot. Let's hope that he can return that $75,000. Okay. Oh, let's get into this because I will be covering this on our next live stream here at 9:30. The current time is 9:06 p.m. Today is Monday, January the 20th. The current year is 2025. Get into this. People is reporting two teen girls charged with unalivement after missing 13-year-old girl is found bulged, bulged, stabbed, and burned. Yeah. Two teenage girls have been charged with the vicious murder of a missing 13-year-old girl after they allegedly beat, stabbed, and burned her to death. Kanaya Baker was found dead by authorities after a fire at a vacant residence in Capitol Heights, South Carolina. The Columbia Police Department said in a news conference. Um, let's get into these comments. This caption remind me of the movie A Killer Among Friends, two who turn back one because of jealousy. Yeah, so we'll be covering her story tonight. I think I'm gonna push it to 10:30. I don't know, 9:30 or 10:30. Someone says this why mine can't go nowhere without me. Jesus, this is just disturbing and heartbreaking. What in the actual F? And remember, there was a story, a viral story where this little boy, he had went over to his friend's house. I guess it was like classmates or somebody in the neighborhood, and they were playing a game. And child, they boiled hot water and threw it on that boy and scolded that boy. That's just a game that I'm not interested in playing. I think it was very nasty and very disgusting. And I think that they all should face some charges, child. Now, listen here, they got Lunel back in the spotlight. Now, I don't know who's worse, Tommy Williams or Lunel. Let's get back up into it.
A way to reach out to her.
Comedian Lunel says she wants Wendy Williams to be home with her family and calls her conservative the devil. I need Miss Lunel to donate to that fund. I think we're at about $24,000. Help donate to that fund. Like, gather your friends, girl. Like Miss Lunel, because you know that Miss Wendy Williams had a special place in her heart for you. And I'm a little triggered. You know, you running around on all these press tours. Promote her GoFundMe. Please, let's get into it.
But if I could, I would just let her know the people out here love her and we want the best for her. We want her to get back with her father, her sister, her son. And we just pray that some kind of way they'll be able to legally break her out of this jail because she doesn't deserve to be in jail. Like she's living in the conditions that Diddy's living in, you know, and we just don't understand. She wasn't hurting anybody but herself. If they can get her family back around her, that's the most healing thing. And maybe her cats and some of her possessions.
But she's your friend. Like you got love, real love for her. You know, yeah, you know her.
She gave me a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. So do you feel like look? We saw. Sometimes I feel like these conservators, the people in charge of them, you know, that it's like it becomes their job, right? And then it's like, yo, if they lose their job, they kind of lose their power, right?
You'd be among a bunch of people that done lost their job. And I don't care about the conservative. They're the devil.
Right.
They need to let Wendy come back and get with her family. Free Wendy.
And they.
Yeah, so things get a little sticky in there. They do have some background music over there. Let me see if I can play the rest, and then I'll give my commentary. Okay, so that's it's pretty much starting over. So pretty much when she talks about the family part, it's that brother of hers that I kind of feel like is out here working against Miss Wendy Williams. Um I feel like he's doing the most, and Tommy, fall back, baby. The comments say, let's get into the comments. One of the realest God protect Lunel too. Lunel has always been a real one when he is loved by so many of us. I hope the people with a big platform continue to shout it out. Shout it out. Free Wendy. Hashtag free Wendy. Lunel is the real deal. Lunel needs to mention, let's get those donations flowing to her GoFundMe. I completely agree. She should have freedom to be with her family. I do too. She's in a prison, let her out. Let her go with Alex and the fam. It's really a shame what happening to Wendy. Let's start a free Wendy Williams movement like they did Britney Spears. I'm just saying it's just my work. Absolutely, the Lord is watching over her. Sad. Free auntie, my auntie Wendy. Wendy, free Wendy, so purely authentic. All right. So what are y'all thoughts on it? I say free Wendy until it's turned backwards. Oh, Trump pardoned Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio, who was serving 22-year sentence for seditious conspiracy. Oh, someone says my son. Oh, his mom says my son is being released. Oh my God, Lord, thank you. Tarrio is free. Woo, woo. Welcome home, my love. You have walked through fire and proved yourself true. Thank you, Proud Boys. God bless Donald J. Trump. God bless the United States of America. And Enrico Tarrio. Is Proud Boys coming back? Someone says 100. Cool, child. Okay, shout out to our friends over at Baller Alert. Oh, yeah. Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio, sentenced to 22 years for seditious conspiracy after January 6th, is set free by Trump. Throwing up white power sign and being Latino is some nutty ish. If you're not carrying, now is the time to do so. But pardoning Hunter was the problem, right? I need to log out this app for a while. These Trump updates are making me sick, and it's only day one. Donald is everything Secretary Hillary Clinton told us he'd be. His supporters are also everything she referred to them as. We need more Luigi's to rise up. I don't want to hear Hunter Biden's name ever again. I am dependent on the universe to return energy. Assassins ain't assassinating like they used to. Trump to the Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. Proud Boys are back. Police will have full immunity. Crazy times are ahead. Stay safe. Honestly, the blogs are gonna keep us depressed these next 4 years with these every minute updates. All right. Is it that serious? 19-year-old arrested after starting a fire at Congressman Glenn Grothman's office over him voting in favor of the TikTok ban. People are out here losing their minds. Listen here, when it comes to this and you out here doing this over an app, honey, you needs to go get you some help. Hey, Couture Baby, how you doing? It's good to see you, baby. Happy New Year. Please get the likes up. Y'all know y'all enjoying the show. Okay. Get on in it. Get on in it. Get on in it. Is TikTok back up? I haven't even looked. Okay. I haven't even looked. Is TikTok back up? Because I hadn't looked. I know so many people that had businesses on there. They were affected. Honey, they were in a crisis and depression. And I remember yesterday they were saying that 911 calls were going out. A lot of people, let me get back on that. A lot of people were really having breakdowns. And if y'all look it up, 911 had been called. Okay. Couture Bay says, that's wild. I said they unhinged. How do y'all feel about the January 6th individuals being released? being pardoned, being right back out here on the streets, and the police getting full immunity so they can come out here and beat your black ass and keep it going. Okay. And keep on moving. How do y'all feel about that? I'm going to drop the link. We are 40 minutes in. We are 40 minutes in. I have one more topic, and yeah, we'll conclude this broadcast, and then we'll get on Nakaya Baker's, Kanaya Baker's story. We'll get on the Kanaya Baker story. So we have so that's one right there. Let me see. Oh, so migrants in Suaves who were waiting for their 1 p.m. CBP1 parole appointments learned 20 minutes ago that the app has shut down and those appointments are no longer valid. People are really out here suffering. For clarification, every one of these folks submitted biometric, biographical, and other ID info to the U.S. government via app in order to enter the country legally through this Biden administration program that sought to cut illegal entries. They had DHS sanctioned appointments set for today. These appointments have been assigned after waiting months for a date. 1,000 appointments spread across 8 port of entries have been taking place every day since the program started a year ago. Example. So, child, in this article, they say, well, it was a post. Margaritas Cynical 48 is calling family members and friends and telling them her CBP, her CBP one appointment was canceled. They say, "What are you going to do?" Someone asked her. She said, "That's what I'm asking myself," she replied. Prayers up to her. Listen here. It's a lot going on. I want to see that Nelly got his payday and now he is settling his lawsuits with the Saint Lunatics. Snoop Dogg is over there just kicking back, laid back. I want to know all the hits that he played at that inauguration. Not okay. Shout out to Miss Coretta Scott King. Shout out to Martin Luther King. And shout out to everybody out there that voted. Listen here, we are in for a treat. We are in for a ride this year and for 4 years. And I just want to say, buckle up, get ready, and have faith. And make sure you're doing the right thing. Make sure you are securing the whatever it is that you need to secure, whether if it's your peace, whether if it's your comfort, whether if it's your family, secure all of that. Make sure everything is intact and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do to survive legally out here in the streets. All right. Until next time, so long, and thank you all for coming out to the broadcast.